My name is Isabella.
My name is Hannah.
My name is Martin.
My name is Jensen.
And this is our group, BYO Sacolas.
So BYO Sacolas stands for Bring Your Own Bag. Sacola means bag in Portuguese. And we are a group from Escola Americana de Campinas, which is located near São Paulo, Brazil. We were researching about the damage of plastic usage occurring in our society, and we brought up this question: how can we reduce the demand for plastic bags?
So, the worldwide production of plastic has increased to 381 million tons of plastic, and this was according to a research made in 2015, and only 20% was recycled. In Brazil, has produced until now 12 million tons of this plastic, and only has recycled 1.28% of it, which makes Brazil the fourth largest producer of plastic. Therefore, at this rate, Brazil's beautiful beaches, how will they look in 50 years?
So, what did we do in this project? The first thing that we did was to go to a few of our local supermarkets, which are called Oba and Hortifruta Fartura. We surveyed people there and found out what they did in relationship to their usage when they're going to the supermarket, and how they use their own bags. After that, we hung some posters to try to inform them about the dangers that plastic bags have and how it harms our environment.
So our goals and expectations. Our goal was to raise awareness of the people of how plastic harms the environment as well as us. And our expectations was for them to, that after they know about the harm that plastic makes on the environment, to take action about it. Not only to know about it, just to start doing something.
And here we have two variants of our poster, and this is our first variant. It starts off by asking people and questioning the readers if they really need that extra plastic bag. And then we provide statistics about plastic waste being released into our oceans and the detrimental effects it may have on marine life. And lastly, it finishes off by providing the reader with tips on how to reduce their plastic waste. This is our second variant, and it is essentially pretty similar, only this is intended to appeal at the reader's emotions more. We show them the effects plastic has on marine life, similarly to the last poster. However, we have a poster of an animal who is suffering due to the plastic waste, and it finishes off the same way our last poster did, which was by giving tips to the reader about how they can minimize their plastic waste.
So the impact statement: we have successfully sampled 40 people by March 11th using limited resources, social communication strategies, survey and experimental methods to accomplish our goal of effectively organizing a more environmentally aware community about single-use plastic bags.
And this was a survey that was given to our survey participants. You can access the survey by going to this link, or you can scan this QR code to access it from your phones. It would also be interesting to see how the results here differ from the results that we collected in our survey, which is done in the supermarkets.
So, now to show you all the results that we got from the people in the supermarkets that we surveyed. So, the first question that we asked them was, how often do you bring your own bag to the supermarket? As you can observe, many of the people barely even brought their bags, with most of them saying that they never do. We attribute this mainly to cultural things in Brazil. Since we were young, we've never been taught to bring our own bags, and it's not really a custom that we have here. The next question that we had was, how often do cashiers ask you if you want to get your own use your own bag before using plastic bags themselves. We ask this because we believe that one of the biggest reasons, besides culture, to why Brazil has this huge amount of plastic that's being wasted through plastic bags is because many times the consumer doesn't even have the choice. And this just proves to show that that is really the case. Many times people can't even choose whether or not they want to use a bag, and they do it, and the cashiers do it themselves. Finally, we asked them how likely it was if they were going to bring their bags the next time they go shopping. The results here have quite a variation, and this is just due to how our project impacts each person. We hope that there would be more people that would bring it next time, but as they said themselves, it's really hard to guarantee, especially since they don't have the bags themselves, and many times it's a hassle even. Despite how terrible that sounds, it's the truth here in Brazil.
Okay, what does it take to change habits and take measures to save the environment? Firstly, it may not be easy. It is mainly a matter of changing habits. It may be hard at first, but eventually, once you stick to it, it will overcome your current habit. And there are many simple ways to reduce plastic waste and take measures to save the environment. For example, these are the 4 R's, which are reduce, reuse, refuse, and recycle. Reduce. You could reduce the amount of plastic waste you produce by simply refusing plastic bags when you are purchasing in low qualities, or also refusing plastic straws at restaurants, which also ties in with refuse. You could also reuse old things such as tins, glass jars, and newspapers, paper, and that would overall reduce the amount of plastic that is being produced. And also, you could also recycle goods, recycle goods such as paper, cardboard, and that would have a more minimal effect on the environment. And cognitive dissonance is defined as the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavior, decisions, and attitude changes. You can see this in our experiment, as almost every single person were aware about the effects of plastic waste, yet very few of them took actions against it.
So here we had a few of the reasons that people cited when they were talking about the plastic problem that we have here in Brazil. One of the most hypocritical things that we found is that majority of the people said that it was tragic. But even though that's the case, like Jun-sung said, nobody takes action. So how come people see this terrible thing happening, but they just don't do anything about it? That just reinforces the idea of the cognitive dissonance that Jun-sung was talking about.
So these are 3 of the quotes that we gained while surveying the people. So the first one says that they detest going to beaches that have plastic. Again, they are aware of the pollution that plastic is causing, but according to our results, they are not doing anything about it. So the second quote will be a part of the solution, not part of the pollution. So yeah, again, they're explaining the fact that they are aware of how plastic is harming our environment and how people should start recycling, reusing, refusing, and not being part of the pollution. However, not a lot of people are doing that. And the third quote saying, "We are living on a planet as we have another one to go to." So yeah, this links to the fact that people are still using plastic bags, and they are not aware. Well, they are aware of the harms of plastic in the environment, but they don't feel connected to the idea of that they have to change. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your attention.